Hello, everybody. I'm going to tell you a delightful story.
Now, I want you to make yourselves comfortable and settle back.
Now, are you all ready? Here we go.
It's because it was conceived in stress, adversity, and total chaos that the sixth Black Sabbath album bears a humor-laden title of Sabotage. We felt like we were victims of sabotage and that we were getting beaten up from all sides, Tony Iommi will say in his autobiography, My Journey to Heaven and Hell, 2011. It must be said that recording an album with, at times, presence of lawyers in the studios is neither common nor a guarantee of tranquility. But how did we get there? As often in the industry, the band is managed by a shark. In 1974, Sabbath had reached saturation. After 4 years of non-stop album tour cycles, and had no desire to play at the California Jam, a gigantic festival featuring all the big acts of the time. But Patrick Meehan, their manager since 1970, has no intention of sitting on this financial goldmine. It must be said that he had a good education as a former assistant to Don Harden, a formidable manager better known for his daughter Sharon, who would become Mrs. Osborne, and as fierce a manager as a father. He consolidated Black Sabbath's reputation worldwide and made them an indispensable band. Totally tied by their contract, the godfathers of heavy metal have no choice but to go play in the USA, but completely out of it, worn down by conditions close to the ground, Iommi, exhausted, collapsed in the middle of a concert during the tour. Ozzy and Co. are dangerously close to overheating. Frustrated, they decide to fire Meehan, whom they suspect of taking much more than his rightful percentage, but also, to make matters worse, from their label. Meehan will do everything to throw obstacles in their path, employing lawyers and lawsuits. A long legal battle begins while the band records Sabotage in a chaotic environment, a state of constant stress, largely amplified by the overconsumption of alcohol, sweet leaf, and cocaine. We were completely stoned all the time, Butler admits. But we never let it get to us, the four of us. It was really us against the rest of the world. The time for a Discord will come a little later. Hole in the Sky. Recorded at Morgan Studios in Willesden, northeast London, Sabotage will be considered the last classic of Black Sabbath Mark I. Indeed, while Sabbath Bloody Sabbath had surprised with its progressive side, its arrangements, and even the presence of an orchestra, Sabotage is a more rock-oriented album, written in reaction to the surrounding chaos, and Iommi's guitar has never been heavier. Moreover, the numerous days spent in court when the musicians are not in the studio give them an energy they hadn't had a year earlier. The psychedelic roots of the music are fading, leaving only metal and its power. Hole in the Sky, which opens the album, is a heavy cavalry charge, both modern and direct, anticipating future developments in hard rock. The riff of Symptom of the Universe lays the groundwork for thrash with its frantic rhythm, Ozzy's linear singing, and Bill Ward's heavy drumming. The magic recipe is there, but it will take a few years before the Bay Area bands and some New Yorkers take the reins of thrash's destiny, benefiting from advances in sound and recording technology. Symptom of the Universe.
Take me through the centuries to supersonic years. Electrifying enemies
While Butler is the primary lyricist for the band, with Odzys having picked up a pen only on very rare occasions, he unleashes himself with The Writ. The musicians are indeed in the middle of recording when one day a lawyer shows up in the studio and serves a lawsuit, writ, to Tony Iommi, considered the leader of the band. Thus, the singer discovers the therapeutic virtues of writing. His text is a diatribe against Meehan, but also against their record label. It's a bit like I went to see a shrink, he would admit. Since the writ seemed a bit weak to me, I suggest Thrill of It All, with its devastating riff.
Inclination of direction was the turn and twist that drift with the children of creation. Futuristic dreams we sift, clutching violently we whisper with a liquefying cry, and these deadly final answers that are surely doomed to die.
The album cover at least made an impression. While Ozzy breaks the codes, dressed in a kimono that earns him the nickname the Homo in a Kimono, it's Billboard and his red tights with the vibe "Don't follow fashion, be fashion" who will enter history. I was wearing really dirty jeans, he defends himself. So I borrowed my wife's tights, and to make sure my balls didn't show in the photo, Ozzy lent me his underwear since I wasn't wearing any. A leather jacket as a rock guarantee, and voila, the drummer is all set. This is far from the initial idea. The musicians, in black suits and backwards, were supposed to pose in front of full-length mirrors in a long corridor adorned with stained glass, in the spirit of Magritte. Sabotage. If a collection of powerful riffs bursts forth in every direction while listening to this album, there remains a new foe, the instrumental Sabotage, a memorable piece composed by Tony with the help of a mellotron to evoke the choir he envisioned. For the recording, the London Philharmonic Choir and its harpist were present when Ozzy showed up. Thinking he had gone to the wrong studio, he left for home. The ghostly presence of these lyrical voices would influence more than one metal band in the future. Sabotage. Ozzy's vocal abilities reach their peak on this album, in all registers, from melancholy to anger, without the screaming or ridiculous antics he would later display. However, Iommi's take over, although it does not yet drain the madman's vocal capabilities, will contribute to significantly souring an already tense atmosphere. The legal proceedings and the resulting financial penalties have ruined the band. It's the moment when Ozzy starts dreaming of freedom. Consequently, it's also the end of the great era. Strangely, the same observation holds true for their great rivals, Deep Purple and Led Zeppelin, within a few months of each other. This album ultimately serves as a testament for the first era of hard rock. The second generation will begin, and Black Sabbath will have laid phenomenal foundations for their successors, whether they are called Motorhead, Judas Priest, Iron Maiden, or Manowar, who will prove that heavy metal is not just a fad. Decades of glory await it, and the many legitimate offspring of Black Sabbath will flood the music planet. The last track of this podcast, Am I Going Insane?, which unleashes the furious madness of the charismatic singer with his plaintive singing and that legendary refrain, will never leave us.
Everybody's looking at me, feeling paranoid inside. When I step outside, I'll feel free. Think I'll find a place to hide. Tell me, people, am I going insane? Insane. Tell me, people, am I going insane? Insane. Every day I sit and wonder how my life it used to be. Now I feel like going under. Now my life is hard to see. So tell me, people, am I going insane? Insane. Tell me, people, am I going insane? So I'm telling all you people, listen while I sing again. If I don't sound very cheerful, I think that I'm a schizo.